You call it Super League, I call it non-Super League, true. So I think, for me, of course, the new format, it show already the sales of the new format, and US, it's increased without Spanish language even 150%, and UK and France increase a lot also. So I think it show how been this new format success even before we started it, and just for the sales for TV rights. So of course, this is I think important to show people that when we work together, football need to be developed, but in a way respect all the clubs, small, medium, and big clubs. Also respect the fans, which is important. Respect the media. There's the ecosystem of football is bigger than just two or three clubs. You know what I mean? I think that's really very, very important. And I think message being sent to everybody that nobody can break the football. The ecosystem of football, the fans, the love of football is stronger than anyone, than any business. And that's really very important for all of us, basically. I think, myself and my colleague at the ACA, I think we stand very strongly against non-Super League. That's to protect the medium and small club also. Because don't forget, we were in 2011, first time I was president, we played in the Europa League in 2011 in Salzburg, and it was freezing, and I see the fans, and I was proud that to play, Europa League, that match, against Salzburg. So I don't forget where we come also from. So that's really important. The small and medium clubs have this hope to continue and to dream they can reach Champions League and compete against the big club. Big club, they don't born big club, they become big club, and that's so important that, to let people understand this. There's no close just for big clubs. Big clubs can be big clubs, but then they can go back again to medium and small club if they don't work hard. And the small and medium can be also big clubs. And, as ECA, we represent 240 clubs here. The position of the ACA, myself and my colleagues at the ACA, to stand with the small and big clubs, 42% from Champions League would go to the small and medium clubs. And the Europa League and, Europa Conference League, it's show how important for us as ECA and UEFA, honestly, the last year, the success of the Europa League, Frankfurt, first time, final in 42 years. You have Roma in 30 years. You have Finrod also in 20 years. Rangers in 14 years. So all these clubs, you see the big and the fans, how they've been behind it. It's something we love, and we love to see even more often, So this is a show that we are behind this, and we're going to continue support it for longer term even.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. If you see our history, I'll talk about our club because I have more details about our club. We bought the club 70 million. Today it's like more than 4 billion we're receiving off. There's people really, talking about 4 billion and send us an offer. So I think the club really growing from 70 million revenue also to 600 to 650 million. You see the media or the social media followers from, couple of 100,000 today to 100 million. So all these numbers, all this media, all this, the exposure of, before, basically only in France, French league been showing in France, some of it may be small in Africa today. Worldwide, we see the numbers of the viewership. We see the brand itself. I'm proud when I walk, in Los Angeles or Miami or in Asia. I see my jersey. Before was not the case. So yes, proudly that we become an international brand, but there's also still a lot of work to do and to be done in the future to be even bigger. But definitely, this is the philosophy. You need to have investment to be big. When you go to buy small company and you have ambition, 100 million company you buy, you want it to be 1 billion, you need to invest some money in it, in technology and investment and assets. That's what we done in the club. That's just normal. It's logic, right? So it's not without any investment, you can bring the club an international brand. And that's what some of the big clubs want, that they stop the medium club to be bigger. And I think they're scared from the competition, basically, They say there's no competition, actually the opposite. So this is my view, honestly, my humble opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, you said it by yourself. You said, Qatar investment. With Qatar not buy, So we invest basically in football project because we love football. We love Paris. We love Paris Saint-Germain, the true. And we love football and we love our fans. So I think this is so important. I think football need to have investment, need to grow, because other sport, there's a lot of investment in other sport. If there's no investment in football, this investment will go to other sports. That's always my question. Does football need to have investment? For me, yes, to develop the football industry. You have, clubs without mentioning names, with the fans, they're supposed to control, but the fans, they control nothing, the truth. It's just on paper they control, they don't control. I think the new model of sport, I think, should definitely look to this investment and buy, not to buy. That's the difference. And, you see with the COVID, football survived because all this investment being made in football. Otherwise, it will really die. And you have also, some clubs with the fans, on it, an example, and they have debt 1.8 billion, an example, Is it healthy? Not. Thanks God, what we're doing, we have zero debt, Yes, maybe we could lose during the COVID. There's nothing to hide there. We've been affected as other clubs also, to be fair. But, there's other clubs, they have debt, big numbers. And that's the risk. That's the danger in football, People stay 4 years as a president or, managing club. Then after 4 or 5 years, they leave. They leave the debt for the other president. They leave the disaster for the other president. That's what it's been happening now for cycle and cycles. That's what the danger in football, I believe, and different leagues. So I think this is what we should look and worry about, because that's a big danger and that can destroy the football and the world. And we need really to be careful. We need to have rules, protect, the clubs and the football in Europe, basically, from all this disaster debt in all the clubs.